Hi, guys. I just wanted to go over the information that we talked about in our team call last night and record it for you if you want to watch it again or for those who couldn't jump on, and how we are going to hit diamond in 12 weeks. So my goal is every 12 weeks this year, I'm going to hit diamond again. Pretend like I'm a new coach, brand new, starting over. I'm going to sign 8 coaches, 4 on each side, and have 1 on each side going emerald. And I want to do it with you. And I want to show you how you can do that as well. So some of these things are going to be things that are a list that you need to do every single day. And some of them are things you need to do weekly. So first of all, a minimum of, and this is just a minimum, the more you do, obviously, the faster things will grow, the faster things will go. Go and grow, cool, rhymes. But obviously this is just a minimum. So first of all, 10 Hey Girls every single day. What you need to do to build those relationships in Hey Girls is 1, compliment, 2, ask questions. So maybe you see a profile picture and you're like, hey girl, I absolutely love the lipstick you're wearing in your profile picture. Can you help a sister out and tell me what kind it is? I'm looking for that kind of color. So then she'll send a message back, hey, I'm wearing Raisinberry from Mary Kay. Thanks for the compliment or whatever. And you'll be like, that's awesome. I'm definitely going to have to buy it. How have you been? Oh, I'm doing well. Life is a little crazy. The kiddos are nutso, blah, blah, blah. I'm so tired. You're like, oh, I noticed your kids are growing up so fast. They're so adorable. What's keeping you so busy? Is it the kids? Whatever. So you just keep that going. You're complimenting, you're asking questions. And the thing is there's not enough relationship building in this world. You can sit back and think, oh, I might be bothering them. Or you can think about the fact that most likely nobody is asking them questions. Nobody's complimenting them. Nobody is telling them how amazing they are, because you know what? In our society, people are selfish. People are worried about themselves. They are not going above and beyond to ask other people how they're doing. I can't even tell you the last time that I had somebody message me and say, hey girl, how the heck are you doing? It is a rarity. So if you are that person that is going above and beyond to be that good friend to somebody, and you're really trying to build their self-esteem, then that's how you're going to build relationships. Anyways, every single day, not everybody is going to answer. That's okay. Not everybody's going to be your tribe. Doesn't matter. But of those 10, every day, I want you to make a list of people. Every day, pick one person who you think is your type of person, somebody you can really connect with, somebody that you like, somebody you'd like to talk to again, and you're going to put them on a different list for that month. And you're going to continue to talk to them throughout the month, maybe a few times a week. Maybe conversation just keeps going and never really stops throughout the day. I'm so sorry. I got a little bit of a cold. And so you keep growing that relationship until you feel comfortable asking them to coach. If you find at least one person every day of your at least 10 people you're having conversations with, that's 30 people every single month that you will be able to ask to coaching. You're going to get a lot of no's. Yeah, a lot of people are going to say no. Some of them will become coaches later on. Some of them never will. But you can't take it personally. You have to go for no sometimes and ask people to become coaches who are going to say no, and you're going to feel a little rejected, but then you're going to feel a little bit awesome because you're one step closer to a yes. And in order to sign the number of coaches you need to sign to go diamond, you've got to be willing to ask people to join your team. The more excitement you can have behind it, the more you can talk about how it changed your life and how you want it to help change their life. That is where people are really going to have that desire to say yes, if that makes sense. Next, a minimum of 3 posts on social media every single day. At least one of those, at least one of those needs to be coaching or like Beachbody related, whether it's something about your shake, whether it's a shout out to somebody on our team, whether it is a before and after, whether it's something about your workout, whether it's about having the time available because you can work at whatever time you want to. Any of those things has to, because if you're not posting about Beachbody every single day, people do not keep that on the forefront of their mind. They need to know that it is what is driving you forward in your life. It is something that is so important to you that it should be that important to them as well. And you might be afraid of that you might be annoying people. They're not your tribe. Somebody else is. And you can't make everybody happy. You know what? Even if you post cute pictures of your babies every day, somebody's going to be offended. I know. It's crazy, right? I have cute babies. But somebody is going to not want to see that. So don't do anything based on people's opinions, because you can't pay your bills with other people's opinions. The other thing is more shout outs, constant. The more shout outs you can do, the better. I was kind of thinking about it. I was laying in bed last night of ways we can do shout outs of other coaches on our team, shout outs of, which I want every single week for us to put a list of things that we have done well, things that we have been successful at, because that will help each of us come up with things to shout each other out about. So like, for instance, if I see that Lindsay is posting a non-scale victory, you better believe I'm shouting that out on my page. I'm like, you guys, I want to cheer on my fellow coach, my fellow friend, Lindsay. She just had a non-scale victory. Things like that. So we want to be doing as many shout outs and recognition as possible. It doesn't have to just be fitness related. It could be coaching related as well. So either way. And same with customers. If you don't have any customers yet, you're still on the journey of those customers that are in our challenge group with us. You're cheering them on as well. Make sure you do protect their privacy though. Next, every single week, you have to be on the Misfit call. Right now we're doing the call with Josh Coates. Need to be on it. If you can't catch it that night, I get it. Sometimes life is freaking crazy. Watch it the next day, because without being fed constantly, you're going to get hungry. It's just like going to church. People are like, I don't need to go to church. I'm going to worship at home. Yeah, you're probably going to forget to worship at home. That's what's going to happen. You're not going to have that accountability. You're not going to worship at home. It's the exact same thing with this team call. You got to get fed every single week, because if not, you'll lose that excitement. You'll lose the momentum. It's just real life. And don't tell me you got enough to keep going without it, because you don't. The other thing is I want you as often as you can to join our weekly Zoom call, because the more we bond as a team, the more we cheer each other on, the more we have this tight fit community, the more people want to be a part of that community as well. And honestly, the better friends and sisterhood we have. Like, there's pretty much nothing better than that. Plus, we're going to constantly be growing together. I want you guys to constantly be doing personal development. I was dumb. I did not do any personal development at first. And that was a total, stupid thing on my coaching career. Now I believe in it 100%. The reason for personal development, it is to cheer us on when things are going wrong. So when you get 5 people in a row telling you no to coaching, you go back and you're reading, "You're a badass," and all of a sudden you feel like, I'm a badass. They say no, doesn't matter. Somebody else is going to say yes. So I want you guys to constantly be in personal development. I don't care if you listen to it. I don't care if you read it. I do a mixture of both. Or at least podcasts. If you're like, I don't have the money for personal development books, first off, you do. Go sell a shirt in your closet that you haven't worn in 5 years for a couple dollars on the rummage sale, and then buy a used book off of Amazon. Here are some of my favorites. 12-Week Year, Chase the Lion, You Are a Badass, Go for Now. There's so many good ones, but those are just a great place to start. Chase the Lion, I think, is my very favorite right now. Add 3 to 5 friends on your Facebook every single day and message them immediately, because not everybody will message back, but you for sure will not remember them in a month where you added them from. So I hear excuses all the time of, this doesn't work. It doesn't work. It does work. I promise. I've added over 1,000 friends in the last 2 years this way. You go into a group of one of your special interest groups. I don't care if it's a mommy group, a cloth diaper group, if it is a dance group, if it's a I love this specific television group. I don't care. You go into a group, you make a post, whatever it's about. Perfect example, yesterday I made a post about how my son keeps freaking biting me while I'm nursing. It was in a breastfeeding group, asking for advice. This girl comments on there. I sent her a friend request, and I messaged her immediately, and I said, hey girl, sounds like we're going through the same thing. We should probably be each other's support system. We've talked to them for the next 2 hours. She's on my list now of somebody I'm going to invite to coaching, because you know what? I connected with her and she's cool. And if she can carry on a conversation with me, she can probably carry on a conversation with somebody else. So that's how you meet people. Just yesterday, and I shared with some of you who were on the call last night, just yesterday alone, dang it, my notebook's over there, but I was able to add 8 new people and message all of them. No, not all of them messaged me back. That's okay. Not everybody's my tribe. Not everybody wants to talk all day. That's okay. But there were at least 5 or 6 who did. So those are people I'm going to continue to build that relationship with. If you do not add to your network will die. It will drown. If you are telling me that I'm posting about Beachbody, I'm not getting any interest. I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do. Are you adding to your network? Because if you're not adding to your network, that's the problem. The same people are seeing your posts constantly. Okay. Oh, and that's something else Bonnie Engel said one time. She's like, some people that are your friends, they're going to think about coaching and they're going to think about buying a challenge pack for a long time, and then they're going to do it. You have some friends on your friends list who are never going to. Doesn't matter. They have no desire for health and fitness. Maybe they're completely against that, or maybe they like health and fitness, but they have their own regimen. Regimen? Yeah, whatever that word is. And then you have some people who are thinking about it, and if you have 40 people and, 30 of them have already made up their mind within the first couple of months of your coaching what they're going to do, you only got 10 left. That's not a lot. Okay, so you need to grow your network because you need new blood. New blood. It's just like a church. Tony and I were talking about this last night. A church. You know why churches are dying? Because they're not bringing in new blood. If you don't bring in new blood and the people are dying out, you're going to eventually just die. I'm not saying you guys are dying, but I'm saying it's the same thing in a team. If I'm not constantly growing my team, there's going to be people who are hitting the door because it's not for everybody. And so if I'm not growing that, then eventually it's just going to go back to square one and it's going to be just me. So you constantly have to be growing and that momentum has to be continuing. Okay, go live at least once a week. People are obsessed with going live. People want, I don't know why, but they want to see the real, authentic you. Doesn't have to be a workout if you don't feel comfortable with it, but they want to see you. I don't care if it's your kids running around the living room. They want to see that authentic Candlin, that authentic Ashley, that authentic anyone who you are, whatever your name is. They want to see that. I do a live Bible study every week. I do that at least minimum, at least do that. And I'm telling you, people are obsessed. Not only that, but when you are going to go live about something really important, like let's say you're going to talk about the All Access Pass, feel free to post all day that you're going to go live about something really important. What do you think people are doing? They're curious. They want to know what the heck you're going to talk about. Now, when you get on that live video, you act, well, you shouldn't be acting. You should be that excited, but you better give every ounce of excitement to that video because then people are going to be like, holy freaking crap, this is the best freaking thing ever. Yeah, if you're up there like, hi guys, so we got this new thing with Beachbody where you can get lots of different workouts. Or if you're like, oh my gosh, best thing freaking ever I'm about to tell you. It's going to blow your minds, change your lives. Everyone's like, I got to do whatever she's doing. I got to do it. I got to do it. I sold literally 5 challenge packs for the All Access Pass like the first day it came out because I went live about it. And I was so freaking excited. Like 5. Have you thought about that? If you sell 5 like All Access challenge packs, you get like $350 just like that. Boom. Not that it's about the money, because it's not. But if you don't like at least be thankful for the money, then it might not be there next time. Okay, next thing. Challenge groups, daily encouragements. Try to out-encourage me, because I'm telling you, those challengers will become coaches if they are encouraged and they have results and they feel like this is a part of a team and a community that they want to be a part of. And you know what? They might be my customers. They might not be yours, but you know what? I might sign them as a coach under you, and then it's going to grow your team. So we're all in this together. We are all in this together. I'm encouraging your customers. You're encouraging my customers, because you know what? We want them to have results and their lives to be changed, and we want them to feel so good about themselves that they cannot stop. They're obsessed. They're like, oh my gosh, I looked in the mirror for the first time and I didn't want to puke. Because I'm telling you, that's how I was. When I first started this, I wouldn't even look in the mirror. I would not look in the mirror because I knew what was going to look back at me was not a beautiful thing. And I was scared to look in the mirror because I did not want to. But you know what? I can now. I can look myself in the eye and I can say, you know what? I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm fit, and I want every other woman to feel that way. And I feel like if you are a coach, you should too. So you better encourage the crap out of these people so that they have the confidence it takes to get where they need to go. Next. You better be a stinking product of that product. Drink your Shakeology every single day. Every day. Every day. Every day. I don't want your excuses. And work out. I am not the type of person that says you got to work out 7 days a week. That's not me. And honestly, that's not even like the type of people I attract. If you work out consistently, at least like 4 to 6 times a week, that's pretty good. I try and aim for 5. Sometimes it's 6. Sometimes those bad weeks it's 4. But I do try and get at least 5 workouts in. So I'm showing them that I am a product of the product as well. And that I have results. You also, which gets to the next thing, posting before and afters. You gotta post before and afters. And some of you are like, I don't want to. I don't want anyone to see my stomach and my stretch marks. Then don't show your stomach and your stretch marks. Wear a tight tank top. Do a face-to-face. There's so many different types of transformations. Do a transformation talking about your mindset and how that's changed. Do a picture of yourself looking in the mirror, like that post I could have just made. I just told you about. I used to not look in the mirror because I didn't like the person looking back at me. I might make a post about that today, actually. Talking about your transformation of your mind, transformation of anything. I mean, but you got to show that you're growing and that you are moving forward. People want to see your results. Why do you think it works? Like all the time. Everybody's like, oh, it's like the fakest looking picture I've ever seen in my life, because no one has their own results. You have to show your own results. I don't care if you had a 6-pack when you started this. You show that you keep that 6-pack by doing this workout. What else was I going to say on that? Oh, yeah. And you can do transformations of other coaches as well, because there's a lot of people on our team who have huge transformation stories. Make sure you tell their story. The other thing we need to get better at is in your posts, you've got to be telling a story. Just like with Facebook Live, people are obsessed with it because it's like real life and people are obsessed with it. Why do they watch reality TV when these young little kids are getting wasted and punching each other? Because it's real life. And they want authenticity. So here's the thing. When you're when you're making a post, you tell a story, you share your heart, even when it's scary, because you know what? People will surprisingly be obsessed with it, because there are very few people out there in the world who have that openness and who will share a story with them that is real, who knows how they feel. And you know what? Again, not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody's going to stop and read, but you know what? Your tribe will. The people that are supposed to join your team will stop and read. The people who are supposed to be your customers will stop and read. And that's all I have for now. But if we do this every single day, every single week for 12 weeks, I'm telling you, you'll go diamond. You will. And our team will just grow and grow and grow. And it's going to be awesome. And we're going to change so many lives. And we're going to help so many women feel good about themselves. And honestly, a lot of women be able to stay home too. I know that's on some of your goal boards, but you got to stay focused and you got to stay committed and you got to do it every freaking day, because if you stop, it's hard to get that momentum back. Okay? Let's do it. Let's go change the world.